Today on Talk to Me, hope. Some winter days when the sun hasn't made an appearance for a while and I listen to the news, it's pretty hard to remain hopeful. Plus there's the struggle of keeping up financially. Everything costs more all the time. Food, ferries, medical service premiums, taxes, everything. I wish we could just vote ourselves raises like our politicians do. How do you do it? How do you keep hopeful in a world that at times seems pretty hopeless? Hey, talk to me. Are you hopeful for the future?
I am, yeah. I'm surprisingly optimistic, so yeah, I have good hope.
So the middle class is getting squeezed out.
I know I'll be okay, but I feel bad for the people that are relying on the government or their pension plans because they're going to be surprised how little they're going to get.
How do we make sure that everybody has enough?
Through our children. We have to teach them that, sharing and being kind to one another is the answer.
See, I'd like to see a tax break for moms to be able to stay home and raise their own kids.
Yeah.
Like, this is great to get subsidy for daycare, but what if you want to raise your own kids?
It is hard to keep up, like if you want a certain lifestyle with the costs of life, but you can do it if you work hard.
Scarcity, there's less and less land to grow things on.
It's interesting, I've noticed how everything goes up. The price of gas, the price of food, the price of water in the bottles, but our wage doesn't seem to go up at nearly the same rate.
I feel like you just kind of make your own way in life and you have to kind of deal with the circumstances that exist. That's what living in a kind of a capitalistic society does. So, if your job doesn't provide that, you create your own job, your own opportunities.
Too few people have too much, so much that maybe they don't need to have so much. So perhaps from those who have plenty, some should trickle down some a little bit somehow.
People are talking to one another. The internet is the purest form of anarchy I've ever witnessed throughout the history of humanity. So that's how it's going to change with communication. We all have to talk to one another.
I got to say, I'm not too hopeful for it, but it doesn't get me down. I'm not despondently unhopeful.
Are you hopeful?
Oh yeah. It's complicated hope, but it's there.
Are you hopeful for the future?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Totally. I mean, what's your alternative, right?
Yeah, England's, for the cost of living and the inflation that's happened over the years, I'd say it's worse to be over there right now.
Maybe that's the answer to staying hopeful. In a world that seems hopeless a lot of the times, to remember that there are people all over the place who would love to have our troubles. I don't know. In Victoria, I'm Dan Kahan. Next time you see me, talk to me, will you?